Good evening and welcome to Omnibros Live on a Monday. I'm Omnidog, joined as usual with my fabulous co-host, Gabe. Gabe, how's it going?
I'm doing excellent, Jess. I'm good. I just had to go rescue my sister from her car being stuck in traffic.
Oh, I saw that picture. That's awful.
Yeah, she was stuck right in front of the hooker. I'm sorry, the hooker bar by my house.
The hooker bar, like real hookers, or that's what it's called, the hooker bar?
No, it's real hookers. Like I drive by and they're always getting busted by the cops or flagging me down.
I can't wait to visit you.
And I drive by with cash out my window, like a dick.
You really do.
Of course I do. They're not real people. They're prostitutes. They belong. They should be Starfire on the Teen Titans movie or show. Whatever's blowing up in the group right now because somebody's mad about the Titans show and thinks Starfire looks like a hooker.
Good heavens!
Like a hooker.
I haven't seen that post, but I know we discussed it in the admin chat, so it sounds like it's going to be hot. Speaking of hot, InStockTrades.com, where you can get up to your collected editions up to 50% off. Loyalty discounts add 2% to that. Every quarter, there's an Omnibroslive discount code. Over $50 in orders gets you free shipping in the U.S. Fabulous service, fabulous packaging. That's InStockTrades.com.
And that Omnibros discount, I'm not going to say anything, but be on the lookout.
Soon. You just said something.
Soon, everybody. Soon. If you know when my birth date is.
No, soon. Don't say that.
Oh, fuck. Here comes Omar.
Now we're busted.
God damn it. How's Omar going to go steal a car and come on the show? That takes balls. And I don't think he hears us.
I don't think he hears us either.
Hey, Omar.
What's
what's up, man?
What's going on? So we're not live yet, are we? So
no, we're not. No, we're good. Just, what's up?
Talk about people in the chat.
Right. Yeah, we're not live.
Jess, I don't know how I feel about this new setup that you've started. It feels wrong without me being opposite you. Not a fan.
Yeah, we need Omar right here.
We do. I think my wife would agree with that too. Like, go on and live with Jess. How's it going, guys? What are we talking about today? Sorry, I had to help my cousin out. So, what are we talking about?
There's a lot to talk about today. We got. We were talking earlier about. Starfire looking like a prostitute in Teen Titans, which is ridiculous. Or Titans. I keep calling it Teen Titans. We're eventually going to talk about the major bomb that Brooks dropped on the forum today, which is January solicits. We'll be talking about that.
A lot of solicits coming out. We're going back to Starfire as a prostitute. Yeah, I saw. I feel like I missed out so much, like from being gone from social media for like a couple hours. That's all I did, and then like all these things blow up. Starfire, by the way, was my favorite part of that pilot episode. So, she could look more prostitute-y, I guess.
She can't look more prostitute than she does in the comic book.
Right.
Seriously.
Anyway.
And then we'll talk about hauls. We'll talk about what you read. We'll go over the releases. I don't think it's that big of a release week this week, or is it? We'll find out. So stay tuned, everybody.
There's some big books for me this week. That's for sure.
This week?
Yeah, absolutely, man.
Oh,
we got the new Colossal Conan coming out this week. That's it. I'm getting that. I'm sorry. Chicks with Dicks Volume 2 for Gabe.
Oh, wow. There we go. Now you got me interested.
Yeah. So.
I'm sure you got volumes 1 through 12 in your manga selection.
Not everything is porn in manga. What was it? Oh, Green Arrow Rebirth Deluxe Volume 1. Definitely getting that. The new Junji Ito book. Frankenstein, which Jess and I are going to talk about. God damn it! And what's the other book? There's another book too. It's an expensive week for me. But anyway, let me fire up the chat, and you guys can talk about whatever the hell we're talking about today.
Ooh, yeah, I'm about to jump ahead on the releases, but we'll talk about that later. There's something out for me this week, and there's an echo somewhere.
Yeah.
But anyways, wow. So, Jess, what have you been up to, bro? I haven't talked to you in a minute.
Since yesterday. since yesterday when we got 3 thumbs down for yesterday's show.
What did you guys do?
Nothing. We were very innocent. We were only on for like 45 minutes. We didn't get in any trouble.
I can't leave you guys alone.
Fuck thumbs down. We got like 1 million thumbs up.
I left you guys.
I know. I focus on the thumbs down, and we got like 45 thumbs up, and I focus on 3 thumbs down.
That's good. That's good. It's not like what was it? The Pop-Tart episode.
Did we get like 10 thumbs down for that?
I don't know. People did not like that one. But that was
it took us like 45 minutes before we started talking about comics. We were talking about, or you guys were talking about Pop-Tarts forever. We're only about 100 subscribers away right now from the 2,000 mark.
Wow!
So
awesome, and we'll be giving away some stuff too.
Yes.
Whenever we hit that 2,000 mark, we'll have a few winners. So not just one.
And we might have some special announcements too on that episode. So I hope.
Absolutely.
That'll be fun. We'll do something special for everybody that episode. We'll give away the big giveaways, and then I'm pretty sure we'll do some in-chat giveaways as well for everybody. So we're going to try and hook people up.
Right on. So,
Omar, what did you get today besides another ticket and a trip to the courthouse?
I didn't get any tickets, man. I'm good now.
Did you get a ticket attorney? Like a ticket attorney yet?
No. I'm gonna represent myself and see how that goes. So if you guys never see me on Omnibros Live again, that might be the problem.
A man who represents himself has a fool for a client.
I've never heard that. That's pretty witty. Let's see. I did pick up a bunch of stuff. Because I took advantage of the last day for the non-collecting taxes.
Oh, right.
So I have a huge order. Like I got the couple of absolutes that I was missing. I got the Runaways, Omnibus, which I refused to get, but they had such an unbelievable price on it. And then I picked up a bunch of Rebirth Titan stuff. So I picked up pretty much all the stuff I was holding out for. Maybe they might do a hardcover, but they never did. So I picked up the Titans by Abnett. And then the Lazarus Project. Or no, this is the Lazarus Contract.
Okay, for real. Is Titans good? I know Maddie likes it, but you like it too?
Yeah, I dug. I've only read the first 2 volumes. I dug it. And,
okay.
And, it's Abnett. It's half of the DNA team. And then I picked up Teen Titans, volumes 1 and 2, because volume 3 doesn't ship until I think this end of this month. So I picked these up, and like I said, a couple of the absolutes and Runaways. That's it for my haul.
What absolutes did you get?
The Sandman Overture and the Death, because Death was, I think I showed it the last time we were on together. It's immaculate, but I got it for damaged. It was supposed to be damaged, but
that's right.
Even the outer box it came in was not damaged, so I don't know what the problem was. But that's what I hold. What about you guys? What'd you guys get?
Clarknado says both Rebirth Titans books are good. Okay, he and I have similar tastes, unlike me and you, where you hook me into Justice League, New 52, Rebirth, whatever it was.
Well, I was just testing the waters to see what I could get you idiots to buy. I didn't know the first one to jump would be you. I think one of the first times I was on the show.
I know, and I've learned not to trust you ever since.
I hadn't even read that
run. Jess is the first one to jump in to spend money on something.
I haven't even read that run, though. Anyway, what did you... Oh, my God. Is that all your stuff you hauled, Jess?
Yeah, I'm not sure. Let's see. I don't...
Jesus. I
think that I'm having trouble talking. I believe that I may have talked about some of these before, but I can't remember. I think I had a couple-ish boxes come in after last Monday. Rattler, did I talk about this already? Travis is the one who's got me into this. 10 years have passed since Stephen Thorne's fiance vanished without a trace, and he has grown into a prominent, if bitter, victims' rights crusader. Despite the cold trail and lack of leads, he stubbornly refuses to give up the search, and then he begins to hear her voice in the strangest of places. Oh, yeah, I think I did discuss this because the only color in it is blood. So I think I did talk about that. Let's see.
That's artsy.
Yeah. Stairway. by Matt Hawkins, whom I love from the Eden verse. God Shaper and Coda because I love Cy Spurrier's The Spire. So I got both of these. And I think I'm on a Cy Spurrier tear right now because I've read one of his books. Flash Rebirth Volume 3.
Yep. Did I get that? Yeah, I got that. Go ahead.
I believe you or Ryley, I think I asked you about Exiles. And
it's a good run.
Got it. Yeah.
Guy from the real world wrote that. Judd Winnick.
Ah, okay, right. I know his name.
Yeah. I thought you were going to say Puck.
He also wrote a great run of Green Lantern. Followed Ron Mars on Green Lantern.
Right.
And an awesome run on Green Arrow.
I was going to say his Green Arrow was great.
Very underrated run on Green Arrow.
And what's that creator-owned book?
The Winnick book?
Billy Ween or Bobby Ween or
I don't pronounce it.
Nope, not doing that game anymore. But Exiles is solid.
Infidel by Pornsack Pichetshote.
Yep, sure. I butcher names.
No, that's his name.
His name is Pornsack?
Pornsack.
Oh, that's better.
Sounds like my closet when I was 15 years old. It had that giant porn sack in it.
Maybe he's from Thailand or something. Anyway, this book is supposed to be really cool. I heard good things about it. Port of Earth, Volume 2. War Zones, 1872. Siege from Battle World. So
that's the stupidest looking Thanos I've ever saw. Look at that.
Yeah, it is kind of an odd looking Thanos. Dr. Aphra, trade what?
Oh, nothing. Yep, sorry.
What? No. And then The Unveiling. I got my copy.
Oh, is it? It is.
It is. I got my copy of Batwang.
Good job.
Yeah.
Here, wait, Jess, put yours against the screen. And I'll put mine against the screen, and then we're touching bat wings now. It's almost like when you visit somebody in jail.
I wouldn't know about that.
I'm sure you don't.
I don't. Spider-Gwen Volume 3, because I love Spider-Gwen. This is supposed to be really good. Ryan Sayce says Earth 1 Volume 2 of Wonder Woman is excellent, which I believe.
I like
book 1. Yeah, I loved it. Eternal Empire and 2 and Manifest Destiny 6. Then I got a small whale off of eBay. I had some credit on eBay, and I got a good deal on this book, Mad's Mort Drucker.
Oh, that's cool.
These Mad books are hard to get, and Mort Drucker is my favorite artist from the glory years of Mad. So I got this book, which is some of his greatest hits. 5 decades of his finest work. It's a little, I got it from it used, and it's a little dinged up, but nothing I can't live with.
So let me ask you something, Jess, before you finish. Has the budget episode, has that been retconned? Did you just retcon the budget episode?
No, he's just being a hypocrite.
Retconned.
I think it's easier. Justice tells us what he didn't buy that was released last week.
This is, I don't think I hauled anything the past couple of weeks. This is like a couple of weeks worth.
Wow. Well, that's right. We didn't do a haul episode last week.
Yeah. Omar, don't me.
I am not judging. Did you not hear me? I bought a bunch of absolutes and omnibuses, man.
And then, of course, the fabulous Harley Quinn Omnibus Volume 2, which I did an overview of, and I'm very excited to read because I'm getting sick of reading scary books for Halloween.
What have you been reading?
I've been reading Baby Teeth Volume 1 and 2.
Mm-hmm. Which you said was really good.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. Tales from the Dark Side by Joe Hill and Gabriel Rodriguez.
You should say my name that way.
Gabe Bustamantes.
Hey, wow, that's pretty good.
Yeah, that's got kind of hot.
Gross. Hexed. The Thief and the Harlot, and then the original book, Hexed. She's like a female Constantine. She's a supernatural thief that has magic powers.
I don't think I've ever heard of that book.
I don't even know how I got into it. It's hard to find the first Harlot and Thief. It's really good though, by Michael Allen Nelson and Dan Mora, who I'm not familiar with either one of them, but Hext is really, really good. The first volume is out of print of The Thief and the Harlot, but you can get it on Comixology. And then to shut Cycle Cleveland up, I read Strange Embrace. So I'll be doing a vid on that. So Cycle Cleveland, I read Strange Embrace. I read Eleanor and the Egret. Relax. I've read everything you recommended. Relax.
Sound like you got duped.
They were all good. I liked Baby Teeth a lot. Tales from the Dark Side, I think, is more of a library rental for people. It's not very expensive.
It's based on the 80s TV show, Tales from the Dark Side?
Joe Hill's nerve-shredding reimagining of Tales from the Dark Side never made it to TV, but the dead are restless and refuse to stay buried. Blah, 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 blah. So it sounds like... It sounds like these...
Bullshit, blah, blah, blah.
It sounds like he might have done these, and they were supposed to be adapted for TV, but they didn't make it. They're interesting, but I kind of wish... Whenever I get short stories like this, I wish that they had more. They fleshed it out even more and just like made a whole story out of it, because the 3 stories in it are actually really good and interesting, but I could use a lot more of them to make it a complete story. Like there's the one main one in the middle of it just sort of stops, and I was like, whoa, what happened? Let's keep going on that, called Black Box. It's really quite a good story, but it just doesn't keep going.
Same team as Lock and Key then, right? Right.
And his art is actually a little bit different. It's not quite as cartoony. It's more down to earth, sort of. I like it even better than the Lock and Key stuff. It
looks more detailed.
Yeah, it is, I think.
A little more use of shadows. Hey, he was good in Lock and Key he got really good towards the middle. That's good.
Sounds like that's the leftovers from the TV show that didn't make it, huh?
I guess so, yeah. But it's worth a rental, I think. I don't know that it's worth a buy, like off of Comixology or something.
Rental, got it.
Joe Hill wrote scripts for Attack on Louis. Says Joe Hill wrote scripts for a Dark Side revival, but they weren't picked up, so they worked them into comics. Okay.
Yeah, they were just leftovers. Those were the bad scripts.
Jess, ready for the Uzumaki review with Omar tomorrow? You bet I am, Jeffrey Roberts.
Oh yeah, man, we're gonna do that tomorrow. The one of the 2 manga that you've read.
Yeah, I've read 2. Monster was the other one.
Monster takes a little bit to get into. It's a lot different than Junji Ito's work.
For that.
Dude, you just picked up 85 fucking books. You stop buying stuff.
Okay, I will.
Sound like we just went to a group meeting.
Okay, sorry. I'm taking the pledge.
Sorry, I didn't mean to come off like a snob.
I have a higher power that will keep me from buying books. So yeah, I've been reading lots of scary stuff, and I just started Wolf Moon by Cullen Bunn, and it's a pretty good premise. It's about, instead of there just being one werewolf, it's like the spirit of a werewolf that inhabits bodies and jumps from body to body and creates havoc that way. And it's about the aftermath of those people after they do what they after they've been possessed by the spirit. So it's a pretty good premise. So I'm looking forward to finishing that. Nelson A. I was unable to push forward on Monster. I don't want to say I disliked it, but I have a theory as to why I can't get into manga, and I will be revealing it tomorrow on Near Mint Condition at 8 p.m.
I feel so privileged.
Spoiler, it's hard to read backwards.
Just can't read at all.
It am hard.
Whoa.
Yeah. I mean, the book reading is hard. Shut up. Take it easy.
What about you, Gabriel? What did you pick up?
I picked up kind of coincidentally the reveal that we got today. I got Volume 1 of the Absolute Authority.
Boy, do I have news for you.
Bad news for you.
What happened? Wow. Son of a bitch.
That's okay, man. How about this?
Huh.
You made it happen because there's some idiot out there, and it's usually me, that will do things like that. Will buy something that's out of print, and then like Infinite Crisis. I'm just using that as an example. And then the universe will be like, you know what? Let's reprint that, but wait until he gets home.
I don't even think this is out of print.
Authority 1?
Yeah, is it?
Oh, it's the they re-released it.
Right. So the spoilers for later in the show. They announced an omnibus today, and I just picked up the Absolute, but that's fine because people out there seem to be happy with downgrading to the Absolute. But either way, I got this. I'll pick up Volume 2 later down the line. I also picked up another Absolute Kingdom Come, the reprint.
One of the best stories ever.
It's a must own. I mean, if you're new to comics or you've been in comics for a while, whatever, this is definitely needs to be in everybody's library. Might not have to be the Absolute, but the story in general.
No, the Absolute is the only way to own it. Absolute's the only way to own it.
Oh, I agree. Sure. But, you know.
It's Alex Ross, oversized artwork.
Well, it's
beautiful.
You know, it's also Mark Waid.
Never heard of that guy.
Oversized writing.
Oversized writing. I left this at work. I kept forgetting about it. This Jay Lee Thanos in Death print from when he was at the store last. It's pretty sweet. And I got a scanner, which is cool because then I could start working on that long project I wanted to work on. If anybody remembers what that is.
Uploading comics illegally?
No, not comics illegally.
Man, there's an easier way to do that, dude.
It's going to be Wizard magazines illegally.
Oh, you dumbass. I mean, that's awesome, dude. Oh my god, what if Gabe like publishes this Wizard book that he's been collecting, like talking about for years, and it sells out, and I could have invested in it, and I missed out because I kept making fun of him.
Well, I'm not printing anything. I just want to make a website where I can upload all the magazines to, so people can read them. Because Wizard is a great capture of that time in comics. A lot of cool stuff in those Wizard magazines. I found, I don't know if I posted it in the group or not. I know I posted it on my Instagram. A letter that David Michelini wrote in, saying that he is the sole creator of Venom, and that Odd Todd did just draw what he told him to draw.
I believe it.
But now his attitude's changed, and now he's like, it was a team effort, and we're co-creators and stuff like that. So,
oh yeah,
that's what's cool about that kind of stuff. So that's what I hauled.
Looks like I'm missing some people being banned on the group. Wow, that happened fast.
That's what I was saying. I missed out on 2 hours of social media, and people get banned.
There's probably people I don't even know. Oh, that who's that?
Yeah, I don't know. It looks like it was his first comment ever, and boom, he got ejected for it.
It's like that dude that gave me shit for posting that Infinite or that Final Crisis.
Oh yeah, he went into a meltdown and got. I think he may have left on his own, or else we booted him. I can't remember now.
I don't know, but so reading wise, because of our talk last week about Grant Morrison, we were talking a little bit about Joe the Barbarian, so I decided to pull that off my shelf and give that a fresh read.
It's a good book, man.
This is a beautiful book. I love it. I absolutely love it. It's basically the short idea premise behind this is a kid who has diabetes, doesn't eat his candy, so he goes into a shock and starts having hallucinations, and his hallucinations is basically him and his pet rat saving an entire world. It's very Lord of the Rings-esque kind of style storytelling.
I like the little cameos by characters that probably shouldn't be in that book too.
Oh, dude! But half the time I was spent looking at this like that's a Batman figure. Oh, that's an Optimus Prime figure. Or that's
right.
you know,
There's
you
a couple of little Marvel characters in there.
Yeah, a lot of 80s stuff in there going. I like how in the first issue there's like it's like a 6-page, probably longer, a 6-page stint that has barely any dialogue, and it's just the boy walking through his house, which is important because you get the whole layout of the house. So you kind of see some of the images here of like the workings of his house and the layout of his house, like where the kitchen is, his stairs. He's got a really cool room, his attic, that he gets up into using a rope ladder. And all that really becomes a part of his hallucinations he's having as he's going on this quest to find soda and candy. Really, I just think this is just a story about a young stoner kid getting really hungry and looking for food. But it's a great, beautiful story.
That's
a
not
lot
about.
That's what it seems like, honestly.
Oh,
it is Grant Morrison, so there's got to be some type of drug reference involved.
But no,
he
goes into insulin shock, and he's looking for
insulin shock. That's a good framing device. But it's great. If no one's read this is a good book to pick up. The deluxe hardcover is $30. I'm sure you could find it out there for next to nothing.
Is it out of print?
I think
don't know.
I think
it's out of print. If it's out of print, you can't say you can't find it next to nothing because those.
Well, I'm not going to research if every book I have is out of print.
God damn it! We have one job in this show: research everything we say. That way, when it comes out of our mouth, look at like Jess. It's words of wisdom. Everything he says is true.
Oh yeah, that's for sure.
Yeah, totally. So probably knowing me, I'm probably totally wrong. And this is probably super out of print. It's like $100 somewhere.
The paperback's still in print.
So that's good. I've also
hardcover you can get used for $40. That's not terrible.
It's $10 over cover. Wow.
Yeah, it's out of print. Because I thought that book in Week 3 was out of print. So
cool. And I've been picking up. I started reading Ultimate Fantastic Four. This is volume 1 I'm going through.
What page did you realize you're ultimately wasting your time?
I don't know, page 6,000. I don't know, because this is not wasting my time at all. I love this series.
Mark Miller and Brian Muggleman is in. Wait, Warren Ellis kicked off that series though, didn't he?
No, you're totally wrong, Omar. It's Mark Miller and Bendis doing the first 6 issues.
Mm-hmm.
And that is a little rough now that I'm reading it through like an older set of eyes.
Yeah, it sucks.
It's Bendis writing where, as much as I love Bendis, I see some of his crutches that he uses in the storytelling.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's a part here where the Thing is in the middle of New York beating up a monster. And there's a SWAT team just shooting him, just tearing him up. And all of a sudden, there's this one little panel that I kind of just almost skimmed over. And it just says, stop firing U.S. Army, which I guess indicates that the U.S. Army showed up. Because you never really see that happen. It's the Army. They don't just show up quietly. They make a scene when they show up. It's this part right here. And just all of a sudden, like right here, there's just a woman that says, cease firing, United States Army. And they stop firing. And you realize, oh, hey, the Army showed up. And that's it. You don't see any more of it. And then later on, the way the story ends, the way they save themselves is really hard to figure out because, again, it's Bendis, where a giant mountain or a bunch of rubble inside of a cave falls on the Fantastic Four. Sue Storm sets up a invisible shield. And I guess it's kind of hard to see right here, but they're here at the bottom, they're here in the middle, and they're here at the top. So I guess they like floated away. I don't know, because in the very, very next page is Bendis style. They're all safe and happy and back at the Baxter building, and it's all done through like an entire page's exposition of what happened.
Are you trying to talk people into buying this or not?
And then it turns into the Warren Ellis stuff that 100% starts off fantastic and is very well done. The second half of this, not the second half, but the second story in here is the Doctor Doom story. And it's pretty cool. I like the way they did Doom in the Ultimate Doom. He has those backwards chicken legs or like goat legs, and he's all metal. But we all know what the Fantastic Ultimate version of Mr. Fantastic is. He turns evil. He turned into the Maker. And I don't know. I doubt they planned it from the very beginning, but you can kind of see where some of that evil scheming might have actually happened starting at the very beginning of the run. I don't think it's true, but knowing where this lands and what becomes of him, it kind of makes sense a little bit, where maybe he is the one that caused the accident that gave them their powers. You don't really know. He says it's Victor.
What a unique concept. I've never heard of that.
Yes, because everything in comics is original, Omar, I'm sure.
Some stuff is, you know, some stuff.
But
hey,
yeah, so
I just
Ultimate
saw
Fantastic Four.
Something really
Beautiful
cool.
book.
Can I post it in the link on the?
You might have to send it to me since I'm hosting. I don't. Can
you see that link?
You can post links.
Oh, you can.
Cool.
Okay,
dude,
Yeah.
it's the art of Bruce Timm. I didn't know this was coming out.
Mm-hmm.
I just posted the Amazon link. It's $39.99 next year, hardcover. That's a big deal for me. I love that guy's
Me
art.
too.
So that's I can't believe it's only $40.
I'll have to break the news to you guys. There's probably none of his naughty and nice stuff in there, so you're going to be disappointed.
Well, Jess already owns that, so he's okay
Yeah.
with that, I'm sure. I'm a fan of his art.
Yeah, I'm a fan of his art.
Jess, when are you going to give us investing advice?
Never. I want you guys to all be safe and happy. Anybody that takes my investing advice goes broke.
Why is that? Is that because they invest in you?
I don't know. Stocks tank whenever I recommend anything.
Jess is the one that told everybody to invest in Enron.
Right.
Buy a bunch of Bitcoin right now.
Solid company.
So what about you, Jess? What did you read?
Well, we actually already covered that. That's all the spooky stuff that I read.
Oh, you've been reading the spooky stuff. Okay.
Yeah, so we covered the halls and reads, I think. Right?
We covered my hauls and reads. So
My halls and reads. What about Omar? What the hell did you read?
Uzumaki. I'm still going through Guardians of the Galaxy. And
I haven't gotten that yet.
the new one?
The one that, yeah, I didn't get it yet.
Hmm.
Let me check my.
Should have, but
No.
let's see. There was something else that I read
When did you guys get yours?
last week sometime.
Hmm.
Oh, and I started rereading Wolverine and the X-Men.
Mm.
I love that book. It's a good run. Good Jason Aaron. Fun. I like some of the characters he introduced, like the new Hellfire Club in that run.
Well, my tracking number says that the estimated delivery was 10/8.
Give it another. Yeah, that happened to me too. Give it a little bit.
I think it's out for delivery today. It looks like. So I might just get an unboxing in the middle of the show. Not really, because I already just spoiled what it is. So for those of you who don't know, our next review book is going to be the Jerry Duggan Guardians of the Galaxy Omnibus.
Oh, when's that due?
We haven't even talked about that yet.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, I think I'm also going to, for myself, because it's a small omnibus. Is it the prelude to Infinity Wars that leads up into?
Yeah,
or whatever. I think I'm gonna continue it. Yeah, countdown.
Yeah, I don't know. I hope they collect all that stuff in a second omnibus edition, because that's a continuation of the story from what I've heard, and I have read that. And it's pretty good so far. I like how he brings back some of the stuff from the DNA run, especially from Nova. So, kind of excited to see where it ends.
Oh, hey Jess, blink twice if you paid cover price for your Batman Damned. Blink 4 times if you paid over cover.
I got it from IST.
Oh, did you? Okay, then never mind.
Yeah, I ordered one copy and they sent it to me.
He got 85 copies. Remember?
I just got one. Yeah, I got one. So I paid, $3 for it or whatever. Why? Is it still a hot comic?
A 10.0, graded 10.0 just went for $1,800.
What?
That is ridiculous.
I better be careful with my copy. because I'm pretty sure it's a 10-0, except I just touched it. So I've got fingerprints all over the nice front cover. It's at least a 9.8 in my estimation.
Dude, I'll give you $5 for it right now. You can even cut the picture of his wang out. How much would that make the value go down, Gabe? What would that make that book?
Well, that's like cutting out the Marvel value stamp out of Hulk 181.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what does that bring it down to?
To a qualified grade.
So like a 0.5 or a 2.0?
No, it'll be probably like a 7 or something. You can still get a good grade, but it'll just say like missing Batwing
on Omar's ceiling.
That's awesome.
Omar just had just a plethora of them hung up on his mirror in his bathroom.
If I was the guy shipping out those books at Diamond, I would have fucking cut out every panel.
Well, nobody knew when they shipped them out. Nobody cared.
Oh, I'm sure somebody knew.
Well, I'm sure everybody at DC that was a part of it knew, but whatever. Anyways, so what's next? Do we want to talk about Solicits? Do we want to talk about Starfire looking better in the TV show than she does in the comic? I
haven't even seen the show, so I really can't comment.
I'm not going to watch that anytime soon unless it pops up on Cody, which I'm sure it will. But we got Solicitations, we got releases, and just normal bullshit talk like we usually do on the Monday show, everybody.
Well, let's talk
Monday
about
Night OmniBros. Give us a thumbs up.
Stuff.
Let's talk about why Make Havoc thinks I'm the best. Right on, Make Havoc.
All right, let's talk about why Make Havoc thinks Jess is the best. Why is that?
Because it rhymes.
Let's see. So we got some books, some big books coming out.
You
want to take over, Jess, since you've got the list pulled up?
I do. Let's see. Right here. Let me close all these comments that people are making.
Some we knew about, but others we did not. And some we kind of speculated that there would be a Batman by Grant Morrison Omnibus Volume 2.
Right. We did not know about the Authority Omnibus.
Correct. We did not. And
if you buy that, you're downgrading if you have the absolutes already.
Doesn't collect Stormwatch, huh? So it collects Authority 1 through 29. Planetary, the Authority rule the world. Jenny Sparks, The Secret History of the Authority 1 through 5. Not 1 through 15, because there was only 5 of those. Authority Annual 2000, and Stories from Wildstorm Summer Special. So no Stormwatch. So this is a pass for me, but I know people are excited. It's only $99, 984 pages.
Then, as you said, Batman by Grant Morrison Omnibus Volume 2.
Finally, we got that. People have been worried that wasn't going to happen for some reason.
Oh, it was going to happen.
Yeah, we all knew it was.
DC would not would cancel that.
So wait, back on the Authority. Is there anything in that omnibus that's not in the absolutes? I'm trying to look it up myself right now.
I'd have to go get the absolutes.
I don't think it has. I don't think the absolutes have that Jenny Sparks series in it. It has Wildstorm Summer Special. They should just reprint that one issue of.
All right, Jake. I'm gonna put you in timeout. I don't know.
What happened?
Nothing.
They should really do what was it called? Wildstorm Orbital or whatever, where they kill all the characters and it's the aliens, the xenomorphs that kill all the characters.
But it doesn't have Stormwatch, so it would make no sense to put that in here. They just jump right into the Authority.
They should just put it in there. I'm gonna find that. I don't think that's been reprinted anywhere.
They should have just done. Honestly, they should have done the omnibus with just the. Fucking never mind. It's got Mark Miller's crap in there. I'm good.
Blackest.
Well, you don't like somebody getting drilled up the butt by whatchamacallit? A jackhammer that has a stake at the end of it. Remember that part? You remember?
I don't.
You remember? It's like that was like one of the biggest things that happened in that book.
Nope.
Okay.
Yeah, I guess my mind is all kinds of fucked up. I can't even remember something like that happening. So what does Batman by Grant Morrison Omnibus Volume 2 contain?
Let's see. It has Batman 700 through 702, Batman and Robin 1 through 16, and Batman: The Return of Bruce Wayne 1 through 6 in reading order for the first time ever. 744 pages, $75 on June 19th.
What the hell does that last sentence mean? In reading order for the first time ever. Does that mean because issue 700 to 702 was never published in oversized format? Well, no, they did put 701 and 702 in at the end of Final Crisis, didn't they? So maybe 700 is the first time it's been collected in this format.
But who really wants to read that Bruce Wayne Return series? I think it was gross.
But that's how you find out where he was, man. He was going through time.
Or you could just read that Captain America story that was going on about the same time.
Yeah, one got hit by a magic time bullet. The other one got hit by magic time beams.
Magic
time.
Blackest Night Omnibus 10th Anniversary Edition hardcover.
Yeah,
that's kind of dope. But
yeah, I'm getting that. I'm in.
It's just it has all those goddamn like 3-issue miniseries that just.
Some of those were awesome though, man.
God, people were buying those just to get the plastic rings that they were like attached to at the time.
I did get those plastic rings. I remember that.
I remember selling my plastic rings when it was hot.
Yeah, dude. I used to sell sets of those for like $25 or something stupid, dude.
I already had that whole thing custom bound, so I won't be getting this.
But I have the Jeff Johns Green Lantern Omnibus. I think I'm fine with that.
Does the Green Lantern Omnibus collect or Blackest Night 1 through? It collects the main story, doesn't it? 1 through 9.
Yeah, I'm gonna say yes.
I own them too. I just don't, too lazy to get up and find them.
I'm not too lazy to Google it though. Give me a second.
DC Universe, the Bronze Age Omnibus by Jack Kirby hardcover.
You excited about that one?
Actually, I might. This is his stuff that I actually enjoyed. In the Days of the Mob, #1, Spirit World #1, Demon 1 through 16, Sandman 1 through 6, OMAC 1 through 8, Our Fighting Forces 151 through 162, Superpowers 1 through 5, Superpowers 1 through 6, the 84 and 85 series, First Issue Special #1, 5, and 6. DC Comics presents #84, Richard Dragon, Kung Fu Fighter #3, Weird Mystery Tales 1 through 3, and Forbidden Tales of Dark Magic #6. That's all stuff that I actually enjoyed of his. So that is definitely on my perhaps list. That's almost 1,500 pages, $150 on July 24th.
I like how Jess has that non-committal, perhaps, maybe, almost list.
On the perhaps list.
He's buying it.
So I looked up Jeff Johns' Green Lantern Volume 2 collects Green Lantern 26 through 52, Blackest Night 0 through 7, DC Universe 0, Untold Tales of Blackest Night 1 through 2, Blackest Night Tales of the Core 1 through 2. So it does have the main series in there.
It doesn't have the adventure comics though, the ones with Superboy Prime.
No, it doesn't.
Hmm.
But it has all those other crappy 3-issue series in there.
Superman: The Golden Age Omnibus Volume 6. This only takes us up to 1948. I don't know if I can keep buying these.
You can. Not with that attitude, you won't. Come on.
Holy guacamole. 1948. From Action Comics 106 through 125, Superman 44 through 54, and World's Finest 26 through 36. Yeah, I probably have to get that. It's got the Prankster, Mr. Mix's Pitlick, Mythical Atlas. Yeah, I'm going to have to get that.
I'd rather somebody buy that than somebody buy that Detective Comics before Batman 2 volume on the
I'm afraid I'm not.
That's coming out.
I'm not. That's not something that I'm going to collect.
I was doing the ordering the other day and I saw that pop up and I just was like 0. Just to be sure, 0. I'm definitely not ordering that for the store.
Oh, here's a good book. The DC Universe by Lane Wayne hardcover.
You son of a bitch.
Our favorite writer, Lane Wayne, Teen Titans 18, Phantom Stranger.
You know the man is dead, right? I'm sure he doesn't appreciate you guys butchering his name.
Yeah, you're probably right. Phantom Stranger 20 through 24, JLA 100 through 102, Action Comics 419 and 420, 422, 423, 425, 426, 429, 432. DC Comics Presents 27 through 29, JLA 80-page giant number 2. DC Retroactive Green Lantern, the Blink Blank 80s. What? There's like a couple of weird Euro figures in there or something. Whatever. Big Betrayal number 1 and Swamp Thing Winter Special number 1. $35, 364 pages. That's the DC Universe by Lane Wayne hardcover.
We got to put that on a shirt, or we got to do something with Lane Wayne. We just get a picture of Lane Wayne and just put Lane Wayne underneath it, kind of thing.
This makes Gio happy, and actually makes me happy too, because I thought Jeff Johns did a great job with Aquaman, New 52 Omnibus. That is very cool. Jeff Johns has been going to save 128-page hardcover, includes Aquaman 0 through 19, 21, 20 through 25, 23.1, 23.2, and Justice League 15 through 17, the crossover that went on. Only $75, 728 pages. Right on, man. That's a New 52 that's been dying to be collected.
Let's all get together and do a seance that this does not get canceled again.
Yeah, you're right.
For the sheer will and hope of Gio finally getting himself a decent collection of Aquaman in a hardcover form. And
I'm not familiar with this story. Superman Volume 1, the Unity Saga. That's Brian Michael Bendis.
Bendis? Yeah. It's
Bendis stuff. His new stuff. This will be the first time I'm reading it. Young Justice.
Also Bendis.
Bendis. Tyler Blunt's excited about that. Maximum Hype, he says. And let's see. I don't see anything else. Am I missing anything? Let's see. We already knew about Jeff Lemire. No Burn Superman. No Sugar and Spike. That's why it sucks.
Somebody says it's Transmetropolitan Trades. And
oh yeah.
Yep. Volume 1.
And the crime noir Bendis stuff is getting trades. I want to get that omnibus. I want to get that on. I have like the original oversized hardcovers for most of that stuff, but I have my Jinx hardcover is this stupid small hardcover that they tricked me on. Thought it was gonna be a full size hardcover, but it's like a little tiny baby hardcover. It's stupid. And I hate it. And plus, that's just a really bitchin' cover they have on that omnibus.
Where are the Marvel solicits, Jake? We haven't been informed of them yet, but as soon as we get informed of them, we will tell you.
If you're on the Facebook group, you'll see it pop up, because when Brooks makes that post, it's just a fiasco. It's just crazy. Some of the stuff will get lost in like the gifs that people are just like losing their minds. Or my favorite is whenever Brooks does this stuff, because Brooks is really good about finding these books and posting it. Somebody tries to beat him and like post stupid stuff that just doesn't matter, or like the same thing over again.
I remember
I
made that mistake a couple years ago of like posting something, and he was like, "Dude, I just posted this 5 minutes ago." I'm like, "How?" Yeah, he's the man.
He is the man.
Yeah.
He's always right there with every announcement.
We should get him on the show.
We should get him a bunch of lap dances, because that's what he deserves. I get so excited about those damn solicits. When I see a book I've been wanting forever, or one that I was like maybe thinking about custom binding myself, and I'm like, oh shit, don't need to do that anymore. Awesome.
It's always me when he does that. I'm always like doing that refresh on your phone where you just pull it down with your thumb like over and over.
Exactly what I do. I'm like,
what's next? Oh shit! Oh man, Blackest Night on the bus. That's awesome. And then I take a deep breath. I'm like, I don't care. I'm
I'm the same way. I got excited over like the Bendis Superman book. I'm like, oh wait, I hate that guy. So no.
Why do you hate Superman, Omar?
Not Superman. And I don't hate Bendis. He's a good guy. I just meant usually his writing is just not my cup of tea.
Mm-hmm.
So what's coming out this week that you guys are excited about? Like, you guys said this was a slow week, but it's a pretty big week for me.
It's a big week for you. I did not get an email from Cameron, so we'll just be winging it.
Old school. Gabe, pull up the previews. What's going on? What's coming out this week?
All right,
I don't know what the pricing is going to be. We'll have to find out for ourselves tomorrow.
We'll make up prices. And
that's what I was going to say. We're just going to make up percentages. Like, this is going to be 4.5% off.
And they'll have to honor it.
Yeah. All right. So Image, there's some good stuff actually popping off here. A lot of good series have been coming out from Image. As always, for a very long time, Image has been the top-notch stuff. So here you do get this week Volume 2 of Deadly Class, which I think was delayed. A lot of people were looking forward to that, I think last week or the week before. They were waiting for that.
I forgot. And then DCBS will have their variant cover. You know,
right.
Damn it.
Desperate Glory is a really good Rick Remender story. Gideon Falls. I haven't read any of this, but man, when this thing dropped, I think it's just one of those things that when this dropped, they also announced that the movie rights got bought up, which everything gets bought up. But it's also from that's from Valiant Entertainment's former CEO Dinesh. This is back him now that he's doing stuff like that. Mage, Nobody Cares. There's that Conan book that put me
Did you just say Mage, Nobody Cares?
I have the 2 Mage oversized books. They're really cool.
You don't know how long people waited for volume. Oh my gosh. This is why we get dislikes on this show.
So
you don't respect Mage. All right. Yes, Colossal fucking Conan, the Cimmerian.
Colossal Conan, the Cimmerian hardcover. That thing it looks impressive. Like, I really just like that cover.
It's probably going to be half as big as the Colossal Conan book. So
and it collects different stuff, right? Oh, it's by Tim Truman.
Yeah, so this will collect the follow-up series. I can't remember if this series was ongoing at the same time or if it was the follow-up. And then they have one more Omnibus or Colossal book that's coming out from Dark Horse, and that's it. Then everything goes back to Marvel.
Yeah, then Marvel's got that Marvel Conan omnibus that's coming out, which I've never read any of that shit before, but I'm definitely going to pick up that omnibus, and I'm going to get the comic DM cover, of course. All right, so moving on. IDW's got nothing I really want to talk about. Batman Silver Age newspaper slipcase. That's cool, but whatever.
I'll be picking up the Dark Knight Detective Volume 2.
We're not there yet, Omar. Then we got Optimus Prime. Okay,
you just said you got some IDW stuff you didn't want to talk about.
All right. So moving on. DC Comics. Nothing here to talk about either. Bye.
You're an idiot.
Bye, Felicia. No, I'm kidding. All right. So you said you were getting that Dark Knight Detective with that cool Magnolia cover?
Mignola.
Mignola.
So yeah, that's the post Crisis on Infinite Earths collection that they started, and I hope they keep going with Volume 1 and 2 of this. They also have the other Batman one. What is it? The Dark Knight. So they have Batman, Dark Knight, Detective, and then they have the other collections too. One collects Detective Comics, and the other one collects Batman.
Oh look, there's a Batman and the Justice League manga.
The Batman manga. I thought Jess picked that up.
I do have that. I have the Death Note, big, huge, 15,000 page.
So
thing.
weird.
I know.
You're like, I hate manga, so I'm going to buy this biggest manga ever released.
I bought it before I made my decision, and I never said I hated it. I just said it wasn't for me.
I'm pretty sure
you're
on Beautiful Darkness.
I did hate that. That's not manga.
Technically, it is.
Technically, it's not.
It's not at all. You're right. Go ahead.
Just wouldn't have bought it if it was manga. Come on.
What else you got?
Flash by Mark Waid, Volume 5.
You guys are like, this is gonna be an easy week for me. I'm gonna be spending like $200, man. the Flash, Mark Waid. Yes.
That sounds like a you problem, Omar.
It totally is. And then the next book right there, Green Arrow.
And Green Arrow. This one I'm interested in because I really like that first arc with like the stolen kids in the forest.
Mm-hmm.
That was a really fun read. That was one of the things when that first came out. You're like for Rebirth, and I was like, wow, Rebirth is really taking off. Like everything has been really, really good. Even Green Arrow is good. I don't know if it continued that afterwards, but I really like that first story arc. Raven, Daughter of Darkness, Volume 1. Sideways, no one cares. Suicide Squad, Volume 7. And Suicide Squad Unwrapped by Jim Lee. Which I don't remember if he did more than the covers for this stuff.
No,
he did some of the
issues.
issues. Yeah, that's right. All right, so let's see what's coming out from Marvel this week.
I think this is what you guys meant by Light Week, because you guys are Marvel fanboys and you don't have anything to buy from Marvel.
Just because you're going to buy everything doesn't mean we have to.
Fanboys.
So that's a Doctor Strange Epic Collection. Doctor Strange, again, Damnation. This is the story where it takes place in Las Vegas, y'all. Marvel Knights, Defenders of the Streets. Marvel Knights, Daredevil by Bendis and Malieb Underboss. Is this the first part of the Bendis Omnibus? 26 with
yeah,
you want to collect.
Looks like it.
So for those of you who don't have the Bendis Omnibus, this might be a good way to at least get that really good story. That's a great story right there. And continue. I hope they continue on because just in general, like that whole run of Daredevil by Bendis, even though Omar hates him, it's top-notch stuff.
Yeah, his Daredevil was okay.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
No, I'm just
Moving
kidding.
on.
His Daredevil was good. It was just
wow. Don't give the guy any
Thanks
credit
for
at
that.
all.
I just don't like that style of storytelling, man. It was padded out to shit.
You mean good storytelling?
No, it took 6 issues to fucking tell me a story that he could have done in 1 or 2. Anyway, I don't want to bitch about it. Go ahead, keep going. Yes, if you love Bendis, get that.
Yes. Omar will be getting it. And then there's Runaways, Marvel Team Up, Spider-Man, and Star Wars, whatever that is, Epic Collection.
No idea what that is. Star Wars?
New Republicans. Oh, no, New Republic.
New Republicans. That's it.
So Dynamite Entertainment has yet again another Boys signed hardcover or trade. And Xena. Remember Xena?
I sure do.
Remember she was singing the national anthem at a hockey game and her boob fell out?
What?
Yeah.
I feel like that's something Jess should have watched like 30 times and he just found out about it.
Good heavens. I'm Googling it right now.
Lumberjanes, I'm glad to see that that's still kicking. I have that first To the Max, I think it's called, that first hardcover. That's a fun series. I'm glad to see that this is still moving on with an original graphic novel. Whatever Mech Cadet is, that sounds like something Omar would buy like 20 copies of. And then here's the everything else. Let's see what's here. Anything catch our eye? Anybody care? What is this? Sometimes there's fun stuff in here, which is why I like to kind of just skim this real quick.
You mean manga?
No. This is usually they put like the Donald Duck stuff.
Wait. Okay, so we got a Tokyo Ghoul box set coming out.
Whatever that means.
It's a good series, man. But I'm kind of hoping they continue their what's called master editions. Hey, scroll down a little bit. Right there. I just want to see what that is.
Oh, there's Frankenstein Junji Ito.
That comes out this week. So that's
Are you looking at this like weird cat woman fetish toy thing here?
No more on the Frankenstein hardcover by Junji Ito.
Is that the girl here playing volleyball?
Didn't even notice, man. There's no tentacles going in her, so I don't notice shit like that.
Seriously.
Yeah, big week for me. So screw you guys.
I think there's something here I'm going to pick up this week.
We suck.
Maybe. Maybe.
What? That's a great series. You should own it.
I'm not passing on it. I'm just saying I don't think I need to pick it up right away.
Dude, like, you need to pick it up right away. I don't know how the hell that book has not been spoiled for you, because it has one of the biggest, coolest twists I've read in a Remender book.
Well, thank God. I just hope we keep it that way, Omar.
I'm about to spoil it.
Okay, let's go ahead and end this video.
Jess, are you reading them in hardcover, or are you getting the trades?
Deadly Class?
Yes.
I'm getting the hardcovers, so I'm way behind.
And the sci-fi series is supposed to be hitting pretty soon. Is it this year or is it early next year? I don't know, but I'm in. So good for Rick Remender. I'm happy for that guy. That's getting made into a TV series. I hope that guy is swimming in cocaine and hookers one day. All right, and that's it for what's on Gabe's screen for today.
Okay.
Boom.
Nice. Good work.
Ben, did we get through everything already?
Yeah,
we
that's
did.
Solicits. It's only 6 o'clock.
Hauls, reads, previews, solicits. Yeah, we talked about it all. So we can open up the chat to Q&A if you want.
Anything. Any questions. Don't be afraid to ask.
Omar, what kind of auto work were you doing today for your cousin? Were you hot wiring BMWs?
Maybe. Okay, there's a quick question for Jess.
What? Am I trying to pronounce Junji Ito?
Yo, Jess, if I put my money in an index fund, can I withdraw any amount I want whenever I want without penalty?
Ask me a comics-related question. That's the only thing I'm qualified to answer. I'm not a stockbroker, so I can't give stock advice. I'm not licensed.
Gabe, check your Kingdom Come. Chris Davis's spine was screwed up.
What does he mean by screwed up?
I don't know. It was his spine was screwed up.
Well, he needs to go see a chiropractor. I don't know what my book's going to help him with.
Omar, did you finish Eden? It's an Endless World?
I did. Thank you very much. I sent him a message. He's the man.
Did?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
He is the man. Flip Otaku.
Well, let's talk about lame works real quick. It says, want to thank you guys for hours of entertainment.
Right on, man.
We thank you for putting up with us for hours and calling it entertainment. Where it's really just like, just listen to Gabe and Omar talk shit about the poor white man and then talk shit about each other really bad. And somewhere in there, there's comic book talk.
So thank you, Flip Otaku. You are the man. I don't think I gave you enough props. I did message you on the chat. By the way, what is Dr. Light's name in Japan? I don't.
Who cares?
I don't want to. Like, what is Dr. Light? It's a trivia question. What is Dr. Light's name in Japan? And automatically I went with Dr. Wright.
Dr. Light's on?
No.
It's Dr. Wright.
That's what I went with.
Wow.
Final answer, Dr. Wright.
Well, my spine looks okay. It looks good here. I don't know what he's referring to, but mine looks good.
Hey, that's good, Lame Works. Hikaru means light, right? It's BPRD. BPRD is not coming out this week. Flip Otaku.
No, we just talked about everything coming out this week.
He said his phone was glitching, so your spine's okay? He said he sent you pictures on IG, by the way.
Of his spine?
Of his dick. Yes, his spine.
Well, I mean, one or the other. Let me see. Let me go through all the stupid spam I get on Instagram from people.
Omar, you, Ryan, and Luis should do a show dedicated to just manga and anime. Yeah, if you want 3 viewers.
We do. It's called Near Mint Condition.
That's not all we talk about.
I'm just saying.
We should, and we should have Jess in it too, just so we can watch his head explode when we start talking about all these weird titles.
It's almost like how you do old reader, new reader with the Amanda and Maddie. You do the pervert readers and old man.
And old man.
I think the old man owns a lot more pervert books than I do.
Whoa, whoa, whoa! Take it easy.
Emily's mom might be in the chat.
I'm just saying, based on age, if you were to buy 2 a year, I'm not a genius, but I'm just saying maybe you might have more.
All right, Chris Davis, I see
that's
your
a supposition on your part.
It is.
Oh, Chris Davis, some of the pictures you sent me of your stuff, it doesn't look that bad. I don't know if you're just being particular or what, but mine doesn't look like that.
My favorite arcade game from back in the day was Donkey Kong.
Jax. Come on, Jess.
What?
Jax. That's not an arcade.
Did they have arcades back then?
They did.
Yes.
Yours was Donkey Kong, huh? The original.
I love Donkey Kong, yeah.
Mine was this game called Rastan. It has the kick-ass soundtrack. I'd love to own that arcade cabinet.
Mine would have to be probably the stand-up Ninja Turtles 4-player.
The first one?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
that
cool.
Or like X-Men, like that whole 4-table. I don't know what else there was. There was X-Men, Simpsons, Turtles.
There's a bunch, man. Punisher, Cadillacs, and Dinosaurs.
Those were badass. Aliens versus Predator was a really good one. I remember.
Golden Axe, that was 3 players.
Man, I miss those days of just digging for change in like the couch cushions and stuff like that to go hang out at the arcade with my friends.
Yeah, those were the days.
Now I scrounge around for change to get beer alone.
Lionheart, I have not played Mega Man 11 yet because I haven't found my damn copy of the limited edition on the Switch with the little amiibo. So I was like, I'll just wait, see if I get it on the cheap side later. So I'm waiting.
Or the Infinity Gauntlet fighting game that was in the arcade was really cool.
Marvel superheroes?
Yeah. Spider-Man was really cool back then too. That was great. Gauntlet, like the actual like stand-up gauntlets, and then there was a stand-up of Michael Jackson's Moonwalker that I remember.
Oh fuck
really
yeah, cool. That game was awesome. Still awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of good arcade games. There's some pretty cool. Like the closest one we have here, for like it's like 3 hours away. Like it's an arcade bar, but they actually have like 80 machines. The one in Chicago that I went to, or I'm sorry, suburb of Chicago, Galloping Ghost. They have over 600 arcade cabinets. It's amazing.
That's badass.
I did a video walkthrough on my channel, and it's awesome.
We have video game arcades bars here too that are. They're all
it's just this. Well, this is just arcade cabinets. Like you pay $20 and you play as much as you want, and just the sounds bring back so many memories of just being a kid. Yeah,
I'm gonna take Jess to the Pinball Hall of Fame. I think when you come.
That's awesome.
I can't wait to do that.
It stinks. Just so you know.
You mean it smells or it's not cool?
No, it smells like it's fanboy underarm.
Oh, smells like BO and pizza?
Yeah. Smells like balls and onions.
Flanker is saying, I found the Wolverine by Miller Omnibus. Cool. Is it good? I think these guys really like it. I think it's okay.
I don't think there's anything special in it. I mean, it's cool that
it's got Old Man Logan and it's got the Enemy of the State, right? Isn't that?
I read it and liked it.
Yeah, these guys like it.
Oh, that one. I was thinking Frank Miller.
Nope, Miller. Mark Miller. The Frank Miller one has a lot of good stuff in it.
Yeah, but it's also reprinted in something else, if I remember correct. A lot of that stuff.
Most of that stuff is reprinted in the Adamantium collection, and then the Epic collection, I think, one.
Well, I still have a Wolverine and the X-Men on the bus. If anybody has a X-Men Volume 3 Paul Smith cover, or Jim Lee Marks the Best Street Uncanny Omnibus Volume 1.
I know that Eric was one of the Omni pups is mulling it over, trading for that.
He's an Omni pup?
Yeah.
What does that mean?
He and Kemi Jacob and Raleigh Smith and
they started a group for you, didn't they?
No, we have a chat. Shoot, what?
How many chats are you in?
Titus. Oh my God, too many chats. And Titus Caramana. we look for books when we're out and about. We look for books for people if they, you know, whales and whalettes, if we can find them. So, and they're really good at like Raleigh Smith is really good at half price books. Eric is really awesome at Craigslist finds, and Kemi is really good about finding things in comic book shops to find them for people on the Facebook group. So we get chats.
I also have access to a Boys Definitive Volume 5 and an Ultimate Spider-Man hardcover Volume 11. Just throwing some. I'm just chumming the waters out there with some big ass bait because I need those. I want those books. Too bad they're both X-Men, but yeah, I want them.
I'm waiting for Harrow County Limited Edition, Library Edition. That comes out this month, right? Or November?
Yeah, I think it delayed. It was supposed to come out this month. Which
it was supposed to come out in October, which would have made sense.
Right.
But
yeah, I just finished Harrow County. I really liked it.
So none of you guys got the Red Hood and the Outlaw omnibus? Come on.
No.
You guys actually experience control, like self-control over that? Wow.
Well, I mean, I have the trades. Just like I'm not getting the Aquaman New 52 omnibus. Yeah, I got the trades. I'm good with that.
Oh, there's a Batgirl Year 1 Deluxe Edition coming out. Sorry, I was looking at the Newsarama.
Yep. Man.
Yeah, Titus found the mind management pamphlet for Psycho Cleveland in North Carolina.
Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Fantastic Four novels. It's an awesome name.
Yeah. He pops in on the chat all the time. He's a cool guy. Just because of his name. I mean, he could drown puppies in his bathtub for all I know, but he's got a cool name.
Jeepers. Psycho Cleveland says, Jess, I listened to music for airports today for the first time. That is an album that is super old and super awesome, and it's the only one my dad ever shared with me. He listened to classical music and big band music, and he walked in my room when I was a mere child practically and said, this is pretty good. What is this? And I said, it's Brian Eno, man. You need to get it. And so he went to the used record store and got it. And that's the only thing we ever shared musically.
You called him man?
Probably. He called me man. Oh,
I call my dad man and dude all the time.
Well, I figured back then you'd have been like Daddy-O.
Daddy-O?
Yeah. Whatever terms you were using in your youth, man.
Daddy-O. Yeah, that's what I called my father. Daddy-O. I might have called him that. Hey, Daddy-O. What's happening? What's the haps?
Should I finish the Kirby run on Omnibus 3 or start the Burn run on FF? Oh, the Burn run is classic. I love that stuff. That's
but finish up the Kirby run if you can find a volume 3, grab it. I mean, all that stuff I think is volume 1's got reprinted, but 2 and 3 are out of print right now.
3's out of print?
Especially if you can find the Kirby one. Yeah, especially the Kirby cover. That thing's been out of print since like I'm gonna exaggerate and say day 1, but I mean I think you get my analogy.
I did. Jess was the Fonz before there was a Fonz.
Yeah, man.
The Fonz is just copying Justice style.
He's got the volume 3 direct market one.
Jess already jumped over the shark way before he did.
Smoked tea. Psycho Cleveland, what am I going to do with you?
I don't know. That man loves you. I think
don't know.
You need to pay him a visit.
In a twisted way, I think you're right.
It's definitely a love-hate relationship.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
He loves you, and you kind of hate him.
So did you guys watch The Haunting of Hill House on Netflix?
I kind of do want to.
No, it's out already?
Yeah. I think it started this weekend.
I gave up on Castle Rock, so I need to try something else.
You gave up on it, really?
I did not like it, man. I was like 7 episodes. Maybe I didn't even make it that long. I mean, I'm 6 episodes in, and it's just not for me.
I don't have Hulu, so I didn't get a chance to see it.
For Halloween movies, I watched The Halloween Tree last night, which is one of my favorite movies.
Mm-hmm.
And Nightmare on Elm Street 3.
Which is the only Nightmare on Elm Street 3 you should ever watch.
A really good one.
If only for that soundtrack. That one's co-written by Frank Darabont, who is one of my favorite horror creators.
Yeah.
So I'm a big fan of that movie. Love that movie.
I like that one a lot just because, like, for some reason, that was the only VHS of that movie series we had in my house or like my cousin's house. Yeah. So we used to watch it a lot, and I really liked it. It's fucked up. I mean, even now you're like, oh, that's pretty messed up seeing these kids in like psychiatric wards like that and stuff. But
yeah, but that's the movie that practically gave Freddy his smart ass tone. You know, it was different than the other two movies.
Well, the second one was totally homoerotic.
Yeah. I forgot Wes Craven died. I just totally forgot about that.
You mean like recently, or
no? Just a couple years ago. I thought he was still
dead.
alive. No, I thought he was still alive. So I was not a fan of the relaunch of Nightmare on Elm Street.
I enjoyed that. The one with the Rorschach of the Jackie Earl.
Yeah.
Whatever.
I didn't like it. Fuck yeah, Chris M. You know what's up with that music.
I don't know what that is.
That's the soundtrack, man. Dream Warriors.
Oh.
The guys that did it. Did we lose Jess because we started talking about Nightmare on Elm Street 3?
I don't know. Maybe his IBS acted up.
I watched Halloween today because I'm going to go see the new Halloween.
Yeah. Did you see Venom yet?
Friday. I did. I reviewed it with Maddie and Amanda.
Yeah,
it was okay. Like, I didn't really dig it, but holy shit. People are going to go see it, which means they're going to greenlight that Morbius movie. Which
I think they already announced a filming schedule for Morbius, so I guess it's happening.
Yeah.
And I think Venom took #1 in the box office again.
That's crazy. But, like I said, I lost my faith in the American theater goer many years ago. Transformers 2 is the one that I'm like, why are people going to go see this? This is
Wait, you mean Transformers 2 or you mean the Bumblebee movie that's coming out?
No, Transformers 2 is the movie that it should never have done that well.
Oh no.
Domestically or internationally. Oh my god, that movie.
With the Wrecking Balls as Devastator's nutsack? Yeah.
That's
about the time I was over it.
Yeah, I was oh no. Just everything about that movie was so fucking stupid. Anyway. So yeah, it doesn't surprise me what does so well at the box office these days and what doesn't.
I'm surprised it's doing so well with it not being a part of the MCU officially or whatever at all, with no Spider-Man origin in it, no Spider-Man at all. A really kind of doofy Tom Hardy acting job in it. But yeah, I mean, I enjoyed it. I liked it. I'll check it out again. But yeah, I just didn't think that many people were just that Venom centric that they could just go, oh well, it doesn't matter if Spidey's in it or not, or it's not even connected to the MCU or anything like that. It's been a while since anything like that's not connected to the MCU. That's a comic book movie has really done pretty well. Because even the X-Men movies have all just gone down to a fiery trash can to shit. And do you think they're going to release like all these like New Mutants? Do you think that's ever going to come out?
My theory was they were going to release those for their streaming services, but Dark Phoenix is hitting the theater. No, we're assuming that it's hitting the theater, but it was delayed once again, wasn't it? Like it was supposed to be on January or Valentine's Day, and then it got delayed for summer of 2019. So at this point, I don't know. I mean, who knows?
Because whether they release it or not, or if they do release it, there's going to be the absolute last X-Men movies involved at Fox. So then what's even the point? They're not going to count or matter, because they're just going to, Disney's going to retcon everything and start over and recast everybody. Like, Wolverine's getting recasted. That's 100% fact. That's going to happen.
Well, I mean, it would be smart. It would be smart to recast everybody. Honestly, to start over from scratch and then focus on that. Let that be your Phase 4 or whatever the hell they're calling it after Avengers. You know, you've had your time. I mean, honestly, they have all these wonderful things they can do now. Now that they've got the cosmic characters, the Fantastic Four, and the X-Men, holy shit, they can go fucking balls out nuts with the movies.
And they pushed the date forward for the buyout or whatever. It's going to be the beginning of the year. It's going to be January 1.
Good.
It happens.
Oh yeah, go ahead and get this started. Let's make some comic book movies, man.
Let's make some movies that these characters and IPs, whatever, that they deserve. The Fantastic Four deserves awesome movies. The X-Men definitely deserve awesome movies. Yeah, it's just time to actually see these characters. X-Men's already been pretty popular, but it's really time to see Fantastic Four become who they should be when it comes down to terms of being up there in the pantheon of pop culture awareness.
I really think they're gonna, now that they've done Guardians of the Galaxy, they're gonna start taking some gambles on some properties, you know.
Well, what's the face? Brie Olsen signed on for 7 movies apparently, so I think it's
and they're taking a gamble on that too, right? We don't know how well it's gonna do. We don't know if it's gonna be amazing and blow.
Well, Eternals is a gamble. Eternals is a total gamble.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I'm thinking that they're gonna take a lot more gambles with some of these properties that they own the rights to now, and I think it's gonna be great. I'm not saying every one of these movies is gonna be phenomenal. Like I said, I wasn't a big fan of Ant-Man and Wasp, like at all.
Good heavens!
But people still went out to see it. Yeah.
I like it. I think it's cute, but those movies, I think, if you're the kind of person that only wants to read comics or watch movies that count, and those Ant-Man movies don't count, or matter. You could easily skip those movies and not be lost.
Oh, they're so fun though. They're a laugh.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that if you're that person that wants to do a Hickman readathon and you want to read all the ones that matter, in that same kind of attitude, you don't need to see the Ant-Man movies for it to count. If you're going to do an MCU watch-a-thon. They're good movies. They're fun. I don't think they're great. I don't think that Michael Pena is as funny as everybody tries to make him out to be. It just doesn't tickle my funny bone.
I didn't mind it the first time, but it seems like they started rehashing a lot of the same jokes. And like I said, my problem, I don't find Paul Rudd as adorable as other people. But
I have a big man crush on him.
Okay. I'm glad you went with Man Crush and not something else.
I liked him in what was that? That one with the Role Models. Yeah, Clueless too, but no, Role Models, he was fun. I mean, he was a dick, but he was a fun dick.
Yeah. But anyway,
Clueless, he was just a creepy stepbrother that wanted to fuck his stepsister.
Who didn't though? Lisa Silverstone.
But like you were saying, they could take risks. They could do these characters properly. Because that was the problem with Silver Surfer on the Fantastic Four with Galactus, is they were afraid that people were not going to get the concept of Galactus.
At this point, they could literally take the concept of Annihilation and make it into a multi-film project. You start off with Silver Surfer, Nova, and then Guardians of the Galaxy 3. Right, and they can all lead into this Annihilation movie. I mean, that would be the smart thing to do now that Avengers is come and gone. Right, you're done with Avengers. You've done with as much as avenging as you can with that story for now, until you start getting some new blood in there. So, I'm excited for the MCU. I'm curious to see where it's going to go. I think it's in good hands, and they've done right. Like I said, they've had a few misses, but not every one of these movies can be a hit.
Yeah, but those misses are a lot better than some movies that come out.
I was going to say, those misses still do damn well at the box office, so it doesn't matter.
I mean, the Thor movies I don't think are all that great, but I think they're watchable. I think they're watchable, but I don't think they're that great. And that includes Ragnarok.
I loved Ragnarok.
I like it, and the more I watch it, the more it falls to pieces for me.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like the whole, why would you call the portal the devil's anus? That makes 0 sense.
I think a lot of my problem with that movie, and I think it's wonderful but I think it's too much of an open script. I don't think it had enough tight script or a director to. Like, a lot of people were doing a lot of ad-libbing, and some can pull it off, and others could not. Like, I don't think Mark Ruffalo could do any kind of ad-libbing, whereas Chris Hemsworth, I think he did a really good job.
Laneworks, how do you guys feel about Coogler being on board for Black Panther 2?
I'm on. Yeah, he did a good job with the first one.
I'm glad he's sticking on for Black Panther 2 because I don't know what happened, but he's not a part of Creed.
Nope.
The second Creed movie, which is he kind of created that idea. I think in film school I read somewhere he came up with that concept, and now I guess Sylvester Stallone took it over. But with what he did in Black Panther 1 caused such a phenomenon that I think, he got the better end of the deal. Like, oh, I can't do Creed that I created. Well, let me do Black Panther 2, which I did not create, but the fan base and the community that came up behind that movie, he did create. And I think it's good for him to stick with that. And I hope he's making lots of money.
Let's see. Ragnarok better than Black Panther. Caldwell Comics.
Cool.
Let's see. Jimmy
the first
Owens.
Thor wasn't that good. Thor: Dark World. The second one wasn't that good either. They're watchable, but I mean, they're not. They're not like Spider-Man Homecoming or Infinity War. Or like
I didn't have a problem with Thor 1. I always said it was like Masters of the Universe with a budget. Like, it always felt like that to me.
Where they took him out and put him on Earth for the entire movie.
Right, but it felt like they had a budget, though. Thor 2, no, that was a horrible movie.
All you get out of Thor 2 is the ether concept, really.
And, like, how you said you could have not made that movie? That's the way I feel about Ant-Man and Wasp. I don't think it was as bad as it, but it doesn't. There's no point for that movie to exist. Other than... cashing in on something that they knew they could while people wait for Avengers Infinity War or whatever they're going to call Avengers Annihilation, Avengers Assemble, Avengers Forever. I
think just a lot of the sequels, the first sequels for these movies seem like it was just like, holy shit, the first one did so good. Let's kind of scamper together what we can and do a sequel.
Right. So I'm surprised we don't have like an announcement for things yet. Like, because all we know so far are Captain Marvel, Avengers, and then Spider-Man's going to kick off Far From Home's going to kick off Phase 4, right? And
I don't know if it kicks it off. I don't know the order, but sure.
Well, yeah, it's the next movie that's up because nothing has been secretly filmed, right? You got Captain Marvel, and then you've got Avengers, whatever they end up calling it, and then after that is Spider-Man: Far From Home.
They're going to call it Annihilation.
You think that would be such a waste of a great title? My bet is still on Avengers Assemble. But
that's what the UK version of the first Avengers movie was called.
That's funny. I heard that.
I think Annihilation would be badass. I'm just saying that if they're going the way of just picking like a comic book title name that's not actually adapting the story like they did with Civil War, like they did with Age of Ultron. I could see them doing Annihilation just for the name Annihilation, or even like they did with Infinity War. I don't think Annihilation that necessarily means they need to adapt Annihilation Wave storyline. That'd be great if they did, but I don't see them doing that.
That's where you would take this next, right? You can't bring X-Men and go jump right into the Dark Phoenix saga. You build
No, I hear you, and I think.
But
the only thing you can talk Galactus is either the Annihilation Wave or like a Galactus story.
Right, and I think that's where we're gonna go. We're gonna go cosmic next, and that's why I said the smart move would be to set up these movies like they did the comic books, start a 3-issue limited series, and then lead up to Annihilation. And that's that. All right, guys, you ready to call it a night? Jess has been really quiet. Just listen.
Yeah, I'm just listening to you guys talk about movies. I'll talk about comic books. InStockTrades.com, where you can get your collected editions up to 50% off. Loyalty discounts add 2% to that. Every quarter, there's going to be an Omnibroslive discount code. Free shipping for orders over $50 in the United States. Fabulous service, fabulous packaging. That's InStockTrades.com. Nailed it. Thank you.
You're a pro, man.
Good job.
Ooh.
If for some reason you ever decide to get out of here, and you know you've got a job somewhere
Doing promos for IST?
or whatever, Domino's,
Domino's.
Waffle House, wherever.
Waffle House. Okay. Waffle House. Yeah, Waffle House.
Domino's is gross.
Oh, all right.
So, Omar, where can they find you and me tomorrow night?
You can find me and Jess on my show, Near Mint Condition. We will be on at 8 p.m. or 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I don't know quite yet, but one of those times.
Oh, it might be 9?
Yeah, I'll let you know, of course.
Oh, okay.
We'll be talking about Uzumaki tomorrow, Spirals. And Gabe, where can they find you?
You can find me on Instagram, Gabe Infinity Watch. You can also follow this channel, Omniboslive, on Instagram as well. I'm on the show every Sunday and Mondays. And I'll be at the System of a Down concert this Saturday. No, wait,
I thought
Friday.
that was... Oh, that's Friday?
Friday. And then Saturday's the Greg Capullo signing.
Wow, Greg Capullo. Really
That's
need
boss.
to ship me some books, man. Psycho Cleveland, you are correct.
I agree with him.
Clearly the best part of the show.
I agree with that. Thank you, Psycho Cleveland.
Wow, OmniBros didn't even come together as a show until Jess joined.
Oh, so you mean two episodes in? Good job.
I don't think the universe came together as a whole until Jess was born.
I'm the spark of life.
He is writing your wedding vows, my friend, for you and him.
I hope your wedding vows have like an in-stock trade promo in the middle.
Yeah, I'll turn to the audience and I'll do my IST promo.
This wedding is brought to you by In-Stock Trades.
And you can find me, Omnidog, on Omnidog's Vault on YouTube. Where
I give you my whole heart. I love you with my whole heart. I know you would take care of it and pack it away like an IST package.
Wow, now you're cutting into Psycho Cleveland's territory there, writing his wedding vows to Jess.
Yeah.
All right, guys. You all have a good
Alrighty. Thanks to the chat. Thanks to everybody watching. Please subscribe. We're getting very close to the 2,000 giveaway mark, and where we'll be giving away lots of stuff. We'll be giving away all kinds of good books to people in the chat, to people that send in stuff. I don't know how we're going to do it, but lots of books are going to be given away. Lots of stuff when we get to 2,000 people. And are we like 200 or 100 away?
Little more than 100. Last time I looked, we were at 1895, so we were like 105 subscribers away.
Nice. So subscribe, give us a like if you can, please. And with that, good night, everybody. Peace and love. Peace and love.
Good night, all.
I need more alcohol.